Good afternoon, everyone. Evening, actually. I hope everyone is well and blessed. It's hard to believe here we are a week after the session has ended and we're still going strong. Shout out to everyone. We should have some good fun this evening, and I'm glad that you all are taking time to join us. I hope you're still making headway. I want to welcome all of you all who are watching on tonight. To those of you who may be coming across this channel or you've never experienced the 40-day turn-up, tonight's session, we're dealing with real life live questions of individuals who've just graduated from the 40-day turn-up, as well as the journey process. If you want more information, you can check us out at journeylife.tv. So this is going to be great. This is going to be great. I told you guys each session I'm evolving as a person, you're evolving, and this process is evolving. There was a time when I never did pre-work, started to do it, and it was never a time that I did post-work. But hey, we may have to we may have to do this because it seems to be helping you guys. So once again, I want to congratulate each of you who have graduated, my lions. Congratulations to all of my butterflies. Congratulations to all of my legends. All right. Before we get into your questions, you can get your questions ready, gang. But I'm going to go over a couple of housekeeping things. If you're watching this and you've never gone through the 40-day turn-up, let me know in the comment section so we can welcome you proper. Let us know if you have not come through. All right, so what I'm going to do, gang, I'm going to go over a couple things. First and foremost, if you guys remember, I told you at the end of the session on last week that we would have information about the next session up. We were shooting for Tuesday. I did not have it up. Shout out Sabrina, welcome. Sabrina Clark White. Well, Sabrina, I hope you can be one of our next group. To Rachel, welcome. She's a newbie. So hopefully you guys can be future lions and butterflies and legends. All right. Rakia Collins, welcome. I think Rakia, I think I'm saying that correctly. Rakia Collins, welcome. So again, we take some time to just welcome all of my people, all of the people, all of the newbies who've never gone through in there. And actually, this is really cool for those of you who've never gone through or you're just popping up on this, because what I want you all to know, we've just finished a session. There are 3 different 40-day turn-up sessions. A 40-day turn-up sessions is a transformative process. It deals with the mind, body, and the spirit. It has a focus of health and wellness, losing weight, reversing diabetes, lowering hypertension. But it's so much more. It's so much bigger than that and better than that. I've seen some amazing people who done some amazing things. It's a very, very unique way that we do it. It's been probably a process that's been in the making for 10 years. This is a life's work for me. And I've had an amazing opportunity to work with some amazing men and women, not only across the country, but the world. We've got participants probably within the last 12 months. There have been, I would say, in the last 12 months, we've probably had 1,600 people to have graduated through the process. And these individuals come from or have lived in Africa, Japan, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Saudi Arabia, virtually every state that you can think of in the States. And it's been awesome just to create and foster this environment. So we're going to keep it moving. All right, gang. So I told you all last week that we're going to have the information up by Tuesday about the new session. We didn't have it up by Tuesday. And the reason why the reason why it wasn't up is because we had a lot of back end things that we had to do, different things with getting the programming right. And you all know me well enough. I'm not going to release garbage. I'd rather be behind than just to release something. Plus, our original goal was to have everything up by April 1st. That would give us 30 days before. So we're ahead of time. So fortunately, on today, I want you to know that all of the information about the next class is up on the website. So for those of you who have family members, you got friends, you got co-workers, you got people that you feel this would be a good process for them to go through. I'm about to show you exactly what it looks like, and I'm going to show you what we did to simplify it. Okay? All right, I'm going to share my screen. And this is what you will do. All right. So I'll get a new tab. All you do is you go to journeylife.tv. Journeylife.tv. All right. When you go to Journey Life TV, your family members, your friends, they'll go to journeylife.tv. You know, whenever you want something to work, it never does. Here we go. So this is what you're going to tell your family members and your friends to do. All they've got to go is to go to journeylife.tv. This is the website. Click on 40-day turn up. Y'all see that? Look at this. Next session. Bam. You press it. It's a little lag, but y'all just hold on. You'll get it. Bam. There it is. Look how easy this is. Join our next session. May 1st, 2021 at 3 p.m. Look at the ticker. We got the days counting down. We got the hours. We got the minutes. We have the seconds. And I lay out in 11 minutes everything your family members, your friends need to know, understand, and what to do in this video. It does not get any more simplistic than this. Those of you who want to download the image, here it is, but it's just that simple. JourneyLife.tv, they click on 40-day turn up next session, and it counts them down. All the information they need to do is here. And when they watch this, we go over everything very, very simplistically. Now, what I recommend them doing, they can go up here where it says Journey Book. This is what people can do now because a lot of people are excited. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm ready to start now. Well, this is something they can do. They can get the Journey Book. You can download it. It's free. You get instant access and you read it. Okay? It says, drawing from biblical truth, the insights of science and medicine, and his personal experience of transformation, Dr. Joseph L. Williams uncovers myths of health and wellness and exposes the connections between spiritual and physical wholeness. More than just a book on weight loss, the journey is a spiritual process that takes the readers deep within themselves. Dr. Williams explores the cultural and the personal patterns that impact physical health, identifies principles of disrupting those patterns, and lays out manageable plans for readers to apply as they begin their own journey of transformation. So this is simple. So if you guys remember, for those of you who went through the process, when you guys came through, you had to register. When you had to register, you didn't get the link. You didn't, I didn't have this, when is it? I don't know when. Y'all had, we went through all of that. So me and my team we sat down And one of the things that I said is, how can we make this more seamless? How can me and my team stop putting so much emphasis on registration and just deal with the process? So this is what we've done. We've cut out registration. You don't have to register. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, they don't have to register. All they have to do is do exactly what I told you. In 35 days, on May 1st at 3 p.m., the presentation of how to come through the next process will be on that page at 3 o'clock on May 1st. All they have to do is look at it. When they look at it, we will give them the follow-up things that they need to do at that time. So they don't have to, shout out to Philippa, Coach Philippa, all the way from the United Kingdom. Shout out to my hawk, Ave. Shout out to all my leaders. So they have to, so at that time on May 1st at 3 p.m., that's when they'll be, we'll give them all the directives. If you want to go for it, this is what you need to do. You do this. We'll take them through the funnel then. Now, let me tell you this. The people who get in the process and who secure a seat, listen, are the folks who follow the instructions. You see what I'm saying? And who follow the instructions first. Because what I was dealing with and what we were dealing with, gang, we were dealing with people who were trying to change their lives, but couldn't listen or follow instructions. This isn't No Child Left Behind, gang. That's not what my place is. My place is to work with people who want to be changed. My place is to teach people who are teachable. And I don't have the time to try to get folks to pay attention. If you got an email that went to your spam folder, I don't have access to your email. You see what I'm saying? So I like this way better. A, it makes it easier for your family members, your friends. 2, it makes it better for us because we're getting folk who listen. That's what I want. So by the time people have finished all of those next steps, then they'll be put in their groups. So we're not putting folk in groups who are just out here typing that they want to be in. No, the people will be placed in groups after they have done certain tasks. Y'all see what I'm saying? So once again, we're evolving, we're getting better, okay? And see what this is going to allow me to do. This is going to allow me to start working with my journey folks early. You see? Just like I did last time. So I don't want to hear, I don't, me and the team don't have to worry about any registration until folks follow the process. If it's a hiccup or if something goes wrong, guess what we're going to do? We're going to pivot and we'll work through it. I've just added a couple of more people to the team on the computer. I don't even know what the IT folk who are going to help with the programming, keeping the website as it needs to be, being certain that all of the stuff is. So we've got people who are working for us to help make it seamless. All right. So now all of you all should be clear about next sessions. And it's easy for you. You don't have to worry about them calling you. I didn't get no email. Help me, somebody. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And see, that's the beauty of this. But watch, y'all, it's going to be somebody, you give them exact information. They're going to be like, well, when's it start? You got this big clicker, 35 days. I don't know what to do. Y'all know how they do. And you know what? I hate to say it, but those are the people that I don't want to have nothing to do with. Has this process been communicated to those who are waitlisted? I don't know. Good question. I should know, but I don't. But even those who are waitlisted are going to have to do the same thing. Go and watch. Okay? I know, Angie. Angie, you know I can't behave. I know Michelle, we have company. I know I got to act like I got some sense. I'm sorry. Let me. I'm sorry. Y'all know I got to act like I got some sense. When in the village, I cut loose, but I have to act like I have some sense. Michelle, you're right. Angie, thank you for keeping Dr. Joe in line. I digress. Y'all know you miss laughing at me. All right, so a couple things, and then we're going to get into the questions. I'm just building it up. We got 128 of you watching live. All right, which is good. All right, gang, now let's talk about this. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? The reason why I'm taking the time to do this is, number one, I sincerely love you guys, and I sincerely want the best for your future health and wellness. It is a sincere desire of mine that you get this. You understand? That you reverse your diabetes, that you lose the weight. That's why I'm here. There's no other reason why I would be here. What else is there if it's not about you? You see what I'm saying? So, I really want to position myself in the lives of the people that God gives me to work with, despite their race, despite their gender, their ethnicity, whoever and whatever those individuals are. And I truly want to position myself as a person who has unequivocally added value to your life. It's not enough of people in the world who are value adders. Folk who look around, you got your mama, you got your dad, you got people like that, but everybody else is trying to take. And we need more people who are giving to humanity. And in order to give to humanity, you got to care about humanity. Okay? So I'm here on Friday after we had arguably one of the most successful sessions with a 91 efficacy rate, meaning what? 91% of people finished. We graduated 760 some odd 40-day turn-up folks and another 150 some odd journey folks, a shy under 1,000 people. 1,000 people. 1,000 people. So I'm here because I need you to get it. I want you guys 4 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 months from now, 1 month from now, a year from now, to not even recognize the person that you are today. You see what I'm saying? Now, the beauty about this process is I have been a gut and butt before. Gut and butts, we deal with reformed gut and butts. Right? We're not gut and butts no more because we're doing something about it. I've been where you are. I've been on the backside of having lost a good amount of weight in a short period of time. And I know how mercurial life can be, especially after you're coming out of a village like you all. I mean, you're still in the village, but and I know many of you all are having meetings, but I'm talking about in the formation where we're matriculating together. So I get that. You kind of feel like you're uneasy. You kind of feel like you know, what am I supposed to do? I can't make it. I can't do it by myself. Now, let me give you an analogy of where you are, and then we'll get into some of the questions. You have to maintain and continue in your results right now. This is the most important time for you. This is not the time to go back. This is not the time to go back to your old habits for the scale to inch up. This is not the time. You have to adjust to your new self and allow it to be the ceiling that you use and continue to get more results. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's very, very important. Let me give you an analogy. It's kind of like if you buy let's say, for instance, you're living in a condo or an apartment, and you buy a house. It's bigger. It's on more land, more room. When something breaks, you don't have the maintenance person that you can call. It's all on you. When you move out of an apartment to a bigger house that you own, you have to get accustomed to that. You got to get accustomed to what it feels like to pay that mortgage every month. You got to get accustomed to that power bill going up by 30% or whatever it is. You got to get accustomed to that, to the water bill being more because your sprinklers are on. You got to get accustomed to the outside lawn maintenance. You have to get accustomed to being in a new space because it's more responsibility. That's how it is when you come out of the 40-day turn up. You have to get accustomed and become accustomed to your new way of living. The constant sacrificing, the constant watching what I'm eating, the constant staying on top of the things that I know I need to stay on top of, the constant surrounding myself around the same type of people. And see, now is the time for you to get it. You can't regress and go back. So I want to take that into consideration. One more thing, then we'll get into your questions. The next thing I want to say is there are many of you all who are creating problems because you aren't following instructions. Many of you are creating unnecessary problems because you're not following instructions. 95% of those of you who are having issues because you're not listening to what I told you to do. You stop weighing yourself. You stop following the protocol. You're just eating what you want to eat. And see, what happens is when you do that, you're erasing what you've been working so hard for 6 weeks. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? So this is the time for you to get it. This is why I'm taking the time to answer your questions, because I want to be certain that you grab that you have what you need to get what it is that you want. All right, gang. So I'm going to start answering your questions now. Try to be certain that you're asking questions that are good questions, something that you've honestly been struggling with. And I'll read them. I may bring them on the screen, answer the question. This is a coaching session. So the design of this is for me to take your questions, your concerns. What are you struggling with? Address them to give you the guidance that you need to be successful in this particular time. And for all of you who haven't come through the 4-day turn up, please just know that I just may fat shame people at times, calling them gut and butts. I mean, no disrespect. That's just how we talk. And for those of you who haven't come through and you're gut and butts, then we hope to work with you so you will no longer be a glutton butt. All right, gang. Shoot your questions. I'm also going to go on okay. Grace says, would you recommend getting a hydro colon cleanse? I struggle with using the bathroom daily. All right, let me give you some guidance on that. The first thing I'll say, Grace, is I've never gotten a colonic. A lot of people swear by them. A lot of people said they're great things that you can do. But to be honest with you, I just don't need anything entering me back there. If you get I can't do it. I can't, y'all. I'm sorry if I offended somebody. If somebody's upset at me, I'm sorry, but I can't. I just can't lay on no table and let somebody put a hose up in me. I just can't do it. I can't. So that being said, Grace, let me tell you a couple things that you can do. Okay? A couple things that you can do to help your bowel function. Number one, magnesium citrate. You can get 500 milligrams and you can dose it accordingly. Magnesium is an all-natural micronutrient. Magnesium is a mineral that the body needs, okay? And magnesium is a mineral that helps to improve the relaxation of the muscles. This is one of the reasons why people use it for sleeping. Now, every person, in terms of your dosage of the magnesium citrate, needs to be a bit different. But a good starter is 500 milligrams. And let me see. Okay. All right. Magnesium dosage. Magnesium is safe and widely available. So my dosage was pretty accurate. Magnesium is absolutely essential for good health. The recommended daily intake is 400 to 420 milligrams per day for men. There we go. So what you want to do, Grace, at night is when you want to take magnesium citrate. If I were you, I would take about 500 milligrams at night. Grace, allow how your body responds to dictate how you adjust your dosage. If you feel that it opens up your bowels too much and you have loose stools, dial it back, Grace. If you feel like it didn't work, stick with the 500 milligrams for about 3 consecutive nights before you assume it does not work. If that makes sense. Okay? That's a good all-natural way to help bowel function. The second way you can help your bowel function, Grace, is by incorporating fermented foods. Things like kimchi. I don't know if you've ever heard of kimchi, Grace. The next time you go to the store, Grace, you want to go to a premium grocery store in your area, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Publix, places like that, and get you some kimchi. High quality, all natural, gluten-free, none of the stuff in it. Kimchi looks like slaw, okay? It is made up of, most times, cabbage. It has some carrots. It can have onions. And what you do is, before 2 of your meals that you eat in a day, take you about a forkful. It's not, it doesn't have to be a lot. A forkful of kimchi and eat it right before your meal. Okay? You eat it right before your meal a couple times a day. Now, the reason why kimchi is so good for you is because it has probiotics. And it helps to give the gut good probiotics that you need to help Grace with your situation. So, Grace, those are 2 recommendations that I would make in lieu of a hydrocolon cleanse. I hope that answers your question. All right. All right. Let's see. I saw another one. All right, Deanna, I just wanted to ask about meal replacement and Shakeology at this stage. Do you recommend it? I recommend things like Shakeology. Shakeology is a great company, but I recommend that once you reach your goal, you need to get in the habit of eating whole, real foods to get yourself to that. At the end of the day, as great as Shakeology is, it's something that I've taken. Lynette takes it. She loves it. But it's still a processed product. And the less products you can eat and consume that are processed, the better. My recommendation is lose the weight. And once you're maintaining, then you can start adding things like that. That's what I recommend. Okay. Now, gang, let me tell you something. With the kimchi, you don't want to use it as a side dish because kimchi can be made with sugar. And for those of you who come through the process, I don't want you eating it as a side. This isn't a salad. Y'all hear me? This isn't a side of greens. You're just getting a couple of forkfuls before your meals to get the good flora and probiotics that are in the substance. That's it. It's not like y'all are getting a dish. Okay? All right. You're welcome, Grace. All right. Geisha Valentine. Geisha Valentine. Geisha says, I received my sensitivity test results yesterday. I'm sensitive to zinc. The organic vitamin I take contains zinc. Can you recommend a multivitamin that doesn't contain zinc? Geisha, I'm going to be honest with you. That is very, very interesting. I have never heard of a person with a zinc deficiency. My best suggestion to you is to Google multivitamins without zinc. Multivitamins without zinc. Start there. First of all, let's see if it exists. And if they do exist, let's start finding what you need from that point. Okay? I hope that helps, and I apologize. Demetra says, are all the spots for the journey taken? I'll know next week. Sir, I don't know now. What are your thoughts on coffee? Jacqueline, good question. Coffee. Coffee is a permitted, Jacqueline. I'm not certain. Gang, I'll tell you what, if you're asking questions, let me know if you're a graduate or not. That would help, please. I have no problem with those of you who are not graduates being a part of this conversation. This is a public channel, and I have no problem with answering your question, but it'll give me good perspective so I'll know who I'm talking to. Coffee is fine post-process. Meaning what? When you're coming through the process, no coffee. There are 3 caveats about coffee. A, 1 cup a day. When you start consuming more than 1 cup of coffee per day, you're going to get in problems. You're going to have issues with your gut, with your intestines. It's going to mitigate your ability to sleep at night. 1 cup a day. 2, never drink coffee after 12. You need a good 10 to 12 hours of no caffeine before you go to bed, because caffeine has a half-life, meaning what? When the effects of caffeine wear off, where you don't feel that juice, is still impacting your body, and it will mitigate how quickly you can fall asleep as well as staying asleep. Thirdly, get out of putting any and everything in your coffee. If you want to put a little bit of cream, fine. Let it be real cream. None of that sweetened caramel, cinnamon, coffee mate. That's trash. Put some real cream that comes from a goat or animal. Okay? None of that other stuff. So that is my thought on coffee. Jacqueline. This is good. And Angie brings up a good point. Caffeine is a drug. And once you bring it back in your diet, you will develop a dependency. But Angie's approach is a smart one. 2 to 3 days a week. That's great. So I would imagine she probably gets her a cup of coffee every other day. That's good. Fasting. Dr. Joe, what's your take on fasting for more than 1 or 2 days? And how should foods be introduced into the body if a person fasts over 5 days? That's a good question. Yes, extended fasts are very, very good, but you have to know what you're doing when you're doing it. You have to be fat adapted. And the best way to become fat adapted is to have a certain type of metabolism that makes you fat adapted, meaning that you burn fats or ketones more than being a sugar burner, carbohydrates. Second, when you're doing a prolonged fast, you have to be certain that your salts are up. This is where it gets complicated, meaning what? What makes you feel crappy when you're fasting is when the salts go down because you're peeing. A lot of people do wet fast, meaning what? They're drinking fresh water. That's fine for 24 hours. But after about 36 hours and your electrolytes begin to drain, you start to feel like crap. So when you start to do 48-hour fast and beyond, you need to be on the salts, electrolytes, not Pedialyte, not Gatorade, but water with salt and baking soda. Those are the 2 major salts. That'll help keep your energy levels up. Now, in terms of recorporating or how you break fast, you want hydrating fruits like cucumbers, watermelon, kiwi, strawberries, coconut water. These are things that you can break fast with as you're coming off of it. So that's my recommendation. But a 24 to a 48-hour fast all day. Absolutely. Okay. Intermittent fasting is great. Sabrina, intermittent fasting is a great way to eat when you get to the point that you're close to your goal. Dropping the weight that y'all are dropping, don't change anything. You see, a lot of y'all want to mess stuff up that's working. Intermittent fasting is great, but it has a different approach. And if you don't know what you're doing, sometimes you can mess it up. Not to say that you all not. The reason why I'm talking to you all like that is because if you're dropping the weight like you've been dropping it, just keep on going. Intermittent fasting, you can start to consider that once you get and you need that last 10 pounds gone. Okay. Kimberly, 4-day turn-up graduate and journey graduate. Butterfly. Reincorporated coffee early morning, only one cup with all almond milk. Doing great. No more creamers. Good job, Kimberly. That's what I put in mine. You're welcome, Jacqueline. Good job, Rob. $60. That's awesome. The dates are for the next session, May 1st, peach jelly butter. I don't mean to laugh, peach. I'm sorry, because if y'all don't know me, you think I'm like making fun. I'm laughing at the name, peach jelly butter. That's cute. Peach jelly butter. If you go to www.journeylife.tv, it gives you all the information about the next session, explains it, gives you dates, times, all the information that you need. Rob Parks, what about a dry fast? Dry fasting is great. Dry fasting basically means when you are eating and drinking nothing, as well as not taking showers. Dry fasting is used to heal. Dry fasting has been used in various areas of the world to literally heal people of cancers. Because what happens is when the body's in a state of being dry fasted, it's not using energy to convert calories, nor is it using energy to take water and displace it in different places. So what happens is when the body's in a dry fasted place or state, it increases its autophagetic principles, which autophagy is the body's ability to cleanse itself. Basically, the cells are eating themselves, rejuvenating themselves. So a dry fast is a very, very powerful thing. But the key to dry fasting is you have to be up on your salts. This is why, like, you can't just tell people to, oh yeah, you need to dry fast. You got to know, you got to be guided and know what you're doing. If you're doing 24 hours, fine. Dry fast is fine. You're not going to die doing that. Okay. All right. Hopefully I answered that question, Rob Parks, Mr. Parks. Jasmine's a 4-day turn-up grad. Everything I've tried since the process ended either makes me, everything I've tried since the process either makes you sleepy or bloated. Yes, very true. I'm a 4-day turn-up. Can you put the journey life info in the chat? I will. All right, I just put the link in the comment section, journeylife.tv, as well as when I end this particular live, I will do it again. Y'all seem to really like this. I wasn't expecting this amount of people to. You're quite welcome, Rob. I wasn't expecting this amount of people to be on here. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, Carmisha. Okay. Carmisha. Me and Carmisha grew up together. Shout out to Carmisha. Okay. All right. Shout out Janet. Now, Now, let me tell y'all something about these butterflies. When people graduate from the journey, these are the individuals that I recruit to be my leaders because they're the creme de la creme. These are individuals who complete the 40-day turn up and they've completed the journey. They're tough as nails, these people. Tough as nails. These are resilient, focused people who've worked on themselves. These are the type of individuals that I want working with me as we are targeting our community and taking back our community for our people. See, now I've graduated so many butterflies and legends that I'm in a position now to where I can get turn up teams. I've got churches from all over the country who want to come bring their churches through. So what I want to be able to do is I want to have a team of leaders that are given to these churches and are trained how to take them through what they need to do as a point of contact. And they'll link into us as we're taking the next group through. Do you see what I'm saying? So you guys who call yourselves butterflies and legends, that's a big deal. That is a big deal because you guys are going to be shoulder to shoulder with me and us, helping change in lives, literally helping people to save their lives, literally. Okay? So shout out to all of my butterflies and legends. Gladys asked a great question. Gladys says, is it okay to do a fruit fast more than once a week? No. I want you to stick to one fruit fast per week. But I want you to graduate to the point to where that fruit fast becomes a fast, meaning I eat nothing for 24 hours. Okay? So if you want to do two fasts, do one fruit fast and then maybe one water fast. That'll be just fine. Okay? Angie, I think I answered your question in that one as well. I'm a transformer and steadily dropping pounds. I missed one day of working out and felt horrible. I have indeed had a mindset shift. Thank you, Dr. Joe, in the 40-day turn up. We're getting lean, baby. Yes, ma'am. Getting lean. We getting lean. Getting lean. Getting beach ready. Beach ready. Yes. Listen, all you guys who are out there and you've never gone through the 40-day turn up, literally, like I don't even sit out here and after like ask people, say, you really need to try this. Like it speaks for itself. I've been in ministry all of my life and I've never seen the amount of miracles that I've seen in the 40-day turn up. I've seen people take their lives back, take their health back, take their minds back. And I think it's the unique way of how we do it, how the lessons are taught. And when you're trying to help people, you can't start with the diet because folk are dealing with food addictions. People are addicted to food. You see what I'm saying? So yes, I digress. Yes, Kimberly, I like this interaction thing too, this interactive. Hey, Dr. Joe, somebody asked me something. Okay, Beverly. Hey, Dr. Joe. Hey, Journey 3.0. Shout out. I eat kimchi, but I did not know how to incorporate into my diet. Thank you so much for the info. Absolutely, Beverly. Remember, Beverly, you don't need much. Take you a little side of it, maybe a couple of meals a day, eat it. It's negligible in terms of its calories, and it is excellent for the gut. And the key to kimchi is you got to remember when you're dealing with foods for healing, it's not like taking a pill and then you wake up in the middle of the night and, you poop out your brains or something. You put it in there and then over time, you'll see your bowel function changing. Let me tell you how you know your bowel function is changing. When the formation of your bowel movement. Now, listen, people are always talking about poop. Listen. You need to talk about poop. Y'all feel what I'm saying? When your poop is scattered, problem. Thin, problem. It needs to be well formed. You see what I'm saying? It needs to be well formed. And a lot of times, yes, diet, amount of fiber, amount of fat, all of those things, amount of water that you are ingesting will impact bowel function. But also, when the gut does not have the support that it needs from like fermented foods, etc., when you're eating those fermented foods, it will help your bowel health and functionality. Okay? It's real talk. Okay. 40-day turn up graduate. I remember you saying that you're not taking the COVID vaccine. Correct. Do you recommend any supplements to take other than fish oil? I think you need a good, yes. You need a good multivitamin. Most people in North America, especially Black folk, are deficient of vitamin D3, but you can overdose on vitamin D3, although it's probably not going to be something that a lot of people, that it happens to you. So before you take vitamin D3, you at least need to know where your levels are. Your primary health care physician can test that. So vitamin D3 is an excellent one. And they are even suggesting that the disparity, or at least one of them, between Black people dying of COVID-19 and non-Black people is due to our low levels of vitamin D3. Being melanated, when the sun, you get vitamin D from the sun, but the melanin blocks the rays. So basically, if a Black person or African American or whatever you want to call it is out in the sun, and a white person is out in the sun, the white person does not have to stay in the sun as long as the Black person to get the same amount of vitamin D3. In other words, if the white person's in the sun for an hour, the Black person's in the sun for the hour, the white person is going to get more vitamin D from the sun. Why? Because the melanin blocks the absorption of it. This is one of the main reasons why Black people don't have a high occurrence of skin cancer, because of the melanin. So we got skin block. I don't ever wear suntan lotion. I'm not telling you not to do it, but for what? I don't need it. Y'all feel me? Plus, suntan lotion, every time I put it on, it breaks me out. It makes my skin burn. Okay? All right. I said we're gonna I was gonna take it to 7. Man, it went by quick. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm working on. Y'all let me know if you like this concept. Okay. Shout out to Antioch Strong. Good question. Dr. Joe, will you be using YouTube only going forward? No more Facebook group videos. I'm exploring. I mean, I've never done this before. I want to try it. You live and you learn. I want to take some of our conversations and expose these conversations to more people than just those who come through it. That's why it's by design. So I may do a combination of both. We'll see. So I really don't have the answer to that. Okay. Kimovation. Love that. Kimovation says, I was an emotional eater and binger most of my life. But the 4-day turn up gave me tools to stay focused. It is a daily battle to stay focused, and I read notes from master classes to gut and butt. I know that's right, Kim. And again, let me tell you something. You're not going to be, it is an evolutionary process. You're not going to go in a process for 6 weeks and come out and just nail everything in every way. It doesn't work like that, gang. It's all the 40-day turn up, and what you all are trying to do is life. It's living my life, making tweaks, making adjustments, trying stuff, and allow what I learned to bring me back to a point zero to where I can get better. So Kim has the right mindset. She came through the process. She got results. She likes who she is and where she is now. And she also understands that she's not where she wants to be because, look, she's saying it's a daily battle. And she's saying, what? I read my notes from masterclass. That's why I was given. Use it. Good for you, Kim. Proud of you. All right. All right. Chop chili sauce. Okay. I've been in severe pain the last 2 weeks. They want to out me on, okay. I think you probably was trying to say put. I got you. They want to put me on a steroid for inflammation. Steroids make you gain weight. Any suggestions? All right, chili sauce. I would really need to ask a lot of follow-up questions. That this may not be the setting for that, but I'll go over a couple of things, and I'll go over a couple of things with you, and that I suggest. The first thing is, I under no circumstance would ever allow a physician to put me on a steroid for inflammation. Why? The reason why I say that is because inflammation, by and large, is always caused by what I'm putting in my mouth. So I'm going to start right there. Okay? I'm going to start right there. Inflammation comes out of the body in a myriad of ways. Skin rashes, psoriasis, eczema, oily skin, pain in the joints. I'll give you an example with our oldest, Skylar. One of the things that I've always been cautious of is when our kids go to the restroom, and myself, I'm going to be graphic, is smelling or taking note of how their poop smells. Now, I know this sounds disgusting, but you're just going to be disgusted. Skylar used the restroom and it smelled bad. Okay? Lynette noticed it as well. There are some muffins that Lynette was making for Skylar, and I looked at the muffin. I said, hey, what kind of flour is in those muffins? I said, what kind of flour you use? She said, coconut flour. Skylar has an allergy to coconuts. We took the coconut flour out, didn't give it to her. 2 days, smell gone. This is how easy inflammation that is in your body can be eliminated. When you find yourself in knee pain, hip pain, back pain, rashes, it may even be, and I don't mean to be, I do mean to be graphic, even like vaginal odor. All of that stuff is stemming from something that's on the inside of you that is not what it should be. It's connected to your diet. It's connected to what you're eating. So chili sauce, what I suggest you doing, I can't really answer all of your questions without asking a lot of different follow-ups, is I would analyze, what am I eating? Are you eating nightshades, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, potatoes, etc.? Those have certain lectins within them that a lot of people have allergens to that create inflammation in the body. So if you've been in severe pain the last 2 weeks, what happened in the last 2 weeks? Because within those last 2 weeks, if that's when the pain started, that's when you need to look. Okay? That's what I think. All right, Kish Woodward. I'm excited about starting the program May 1st. Is it okay to try fruit or water fast now? Kish, what I recommend is to clean up your diet, do your best, but we're going to whip you into shape, baby. Whip you into shape. You're going to be lean. Kish, you're going to be lean. You're going to be lean. You're going to be making them rubberneck even more than they rubbernecking now. I'm sorry, Keisha. All of my people know that I'm a bit touched, but they're going to get on me, but we'll love to have you as I digress. Shout out to Dr. Marks. Yes. So, and this is good for you to know. Very true. I had dry skin around my belly. It was almost clear with the change of food. Absolutely. You have to be your own doctor. When anything changes, your mood, your how your skin looks, your hair, is it falling out? Does it look healthy? Are my nails thin? How do I feel after I eat certain foods? You have to be aware of these things. The body will tell you everything that you need to do. And we talked about this when you all were coming through. Remember, we were talking about this. I was like, you have to be your own doctor. You have to be. You know, that's just the bottom line. Shout out Sabrina. I remember when Sabrina started. Sabrina, you got to be like, how much weight have you lost, Sabrina? I remember when you started. 4-day turn up helped my inflammation. Being in a car accident in November 2018, my legs and feet stayed swollen even up to the process in July 20. And since then, nothing has been swollen. Congratulations. Awesome. You're a great leader. Okay, Kish, I got it. Kish rhymes with wish. Get ready, Kish, because you're going to be lean. You're going to be lean and mean. Lean and mean. Get ready. So, Kish, what I recommend is go to the website that I left. And Kish, mind you, if you are one of the ones who make it to the group, we'd love to have you. But just know that the vast majority of these people in the group have sowed seeds so you can come through. Meaning what? You pay nothing. These folk who've come through have sown seeds so people like you and others can come through. And I want to salute them for that. Nobody's going to ask you for a dime. This is 100% free. What I recommend, Kish, is Wish. Go to journeylife.tv. Download the book. It's free. Start there. Read that book. The second thing that I would do is I would mark my calendar for May 1st. Whatever happens, be on that screen on May 1. All right, at 3 p.m. The third thing that I would do is just be mindful, because what's going to happen is we're going to do, Kish, what we do what's called pre-work, meaning before we actually start. See, on May 1st, it's not like we start the diet or we start doing things. That's when we pre-orientate you. And there's a whole process that takes us through. So we have pre-work that we do, and then it gets everybody ready for us to start together. So it's really a 10-week process, but you're actually in the actual process for 6 weeks. And you hear process because we don't use program. And the reason why, Kish, is because programs are something that start and end. But a process is something that's ongoing. So that's a word and it's a seed that I like to impregnate into the minds of people. So when they finish, they realize I'm not finished. I'm just continuing the process. All right. Excellent. Shout out to Kish. Carla, Dr. Joe, you're amazing. I'm the Journey 3.0 grad. Do you recommend increasing arm weights to tone 10 pounds to reach my new goal? What I would recommend for you, Carla, is shed the 10 pounds first. Then worry about the toning. Do whatever you got to do to get those last 10 off, and then let's talk about toning. That's what I recommend. The quicker you can lose the weight, the better you'll be. The better you'll be. Okay? And looking at you and how you've progressed, you'll be there in no time. Wow. Sabrina started at 273 and she's 208. I think Sabrina started last summer. I think, right, Sabrina? Last summer? Because Sabrina, let's see. Sabrina is a game changer, I believe. Then you went through the journey in fall. Then you were a leader, I think. That's awesome. See, look at this. Look at this, gang. Sabrina started last summer. Last summer. She's 5 pounds for having dropped 70 pounds since last July. How many people in your life would be happy if they lost 70 pounds? Yes, you will be working out on the process. Y'all are lit. Mary says, 40-day graduate here. Shout out, Mary. I noticed 3 weeks into the process that inflammation in my body was leaving or gone. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, now, gang, let me tell you what I'm looking to do. We're still working on the Journey Life TV episodes. We're going to have some great ones. But what I'm looking to do, I'm looking to get somebody on this platform where we're calling it Getting It Off and Keeping It Off, talking about the weight. I want to get a real life person who has come through the process, lost the weight, and kept it off. Because I think that if I can ask them certain questions to where you're not just hearing it from me, but someone else who could be in your shoes, I think it'll give you good perspective on what you need to do to keep it off. That's what we're going to do, gang. Okay? Well, gang, I have really enjoyed being with you all on tonight. I did not think as many of you all would be on this platform as you are, but that's great. I'll tell you what I want you to do. You've got all the information about the next class. For those of you who don't have it, all you got to do is go to www.journeylife.tv. It tells you everything that it needs. You go to 40-day turnup or 40DTU. Click the drop. It says next session. You click that. Everything that you need is right there, real easy. You don't have to register. You don't have to email nobody, nothing. All you got to do is look at that. It'll tell you everything that you need to do. Okay? All right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to work on that other session, getting it off and keeping it off. I think you guys will probably enjoy that. And being that you've supported this, we'll look forward to continue. All right? Love each of you. Have an amazing session. Shout out to all my graduates, the lions, the butterflies, the legends, as well as shout out to all of you future lions, all of you future butterflies, and all of you future legends. So to all of you gut and butts, no more gut and butt. This is the year that we are released from the spirit of the gut and butt. Until next time.